We are here at the Sevier Valley Center. Rob, we just saw the Lady Rebels take state, comeback victory against the Tabiona Tigers. They beat them for the fourth time this season, winning by 2. Tabiona not able to get that final three-pointer to drop. And now we've got the boys state championship about to go underway with our boys taking on the Panguitch boys. So we're going to go to we'll start our Where Are They Now segment right now, and then followed up by a commercial, and then our final coach's interview, which I believe is the one with Coach Walker. So we'll be back after that. Thank you.
So we've talked about, your days at Rich High School and where you're at now. You've got a great family and living in Randolph and the great times that we had. We were talking about times in Rich High School, and I'd be amiss if I didn't say, well, what about the memories in musical? I mean, we talk about sports, but we've got plenty of memories that came in the auditorium, I'd say.
Oh, dude, I'd say so. Lots of them. I just whipped one out the other day for the kid to watch, and he's like, "That's you, Dad?" I was like, "Yeah, and believe it or not, it is."
Okay, well, tell our viewers all the roles that you played in high school in the musical.
Yeah. I
want you to list them. Let's see how good you are.
Okay.
What were the roles that you played?
Well, Les Mis, there was that one, and then Beauty and the Beast, the Lumiere, and Joseph in the Technicolor cover coat. So, Joseph.
Yep, I'm just smiling just thinking about this.
Lots of memories, buddy.
They were great times. Well,
they were.
Clint, what's it like for you when you come and you're watching the games? Are there certain kids that you see out there playing where it just blows your mind that they're high schoolers and they're the ones out there competing now? It's their turn?
It is crazy. I mean, I just feel like I was there yesterday. Just to be like there, it's like, gosh, dang, kids ain't old enough quite yet, but guess the clock just keeps rolling,
You remember coming over to my house and seeing Jet and Drake in their diapers running around?
Oh, yeah.
Now it's them out on the court, so it's a weird feeling. So this weekend, Clint, as you know, they've got the region tournament. They'll be playing a couple games down there, and they've got state in 2 weeks. Do you have any advice for this team? Obviously, things are going well. They're both boys and girls ranked number 1 in the rankings right now. And what sort of advice comes to your mind? If any of those players were to listen to this, what do you have to say to them going into, at this point in their life, as you know, it's the most important thing they have going on. So what advice do you have for them leading up to these 2 weeks?
Stay focused. Remember what you learned through the year and play as a team. I mean, you're going to remember it forever. So just focus on what you've learned, rely on each other, and give it your all.
That's great. So I always end these interviews, I like to ask whoever I'm talking to give a shout out to a teacher that had a really positive impact on their life, even through today. Is there one that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Miss Muir, Coach Stewart, Coach Grohl. There was a bunch, man. Everybody.
They were all good, weren't they?
There's not another spot like Rich High, so, it was great.
I got to catch up with Miss Muir just the other day, and we talked about you, we talked about everyone. It was good to caught up on things, so I'm with you. I'm grateful for all those educators, and we had some good ones. So
we did, for sure, man.
Is it funny to you to see our classmates that are those teachers now? I mean, I've got high schoolers that I interview that are giving Cooper and Tyson shout-outs now.
Yeah, so keep seeing Cooper, Tyson, seeing Oliver coach too. It's crazy. Yeah, awesome. It is a full circle.
Well, Clint, thanks for taking the time out of your day to chat with me.
Always good to catch up, man.
We know from experience that in rural America, people really care about 3 things: their faith, their money, and their high school sports, and not necessarily in that order.
It's a race. Mendez in some space down the left wing. Steps into a shot. Mendez scores! Red Devils on top, 2-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Hello, North Carolina. Cheyenne's coming to visit.
The My Local Radio Sports Network covers high school sports in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming, American Legion Baseball and high school rodeo in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. Advertising in the My Local Radio Sports Network is unique for 2 reasons. 1, it's the best way to reach your local audience, and 2, it's the most economical way to reach your regional and national audience. Join us today on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication, including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
We know from experience that in rural America, people really care about three things: their faith, their money, and their high school sports, and not necessarily in that order.
It's a race. Mendez in some space down the left wing. Steps into a shot. Mendez scores! Red Devils on top, 2-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Hello, North Carolina. Cheyenne's coming to visit.
The My Local Radio Sports Network covers high school sports in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming, American Legion Baseball and high school rodeo, and Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. Advertising in the My Local Radio Sports Network is unique for two reasons. One, it's the best way to reach your local audience, and two, it's the most economical way to reach your regional and national audience. Join us today on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
I'm Aiden Weston. I'm a junior and I play guard.
Paxton Nicodemus. I'm a sophomore and I play guard.
Dylan Fonsbeck. I'm a junior and I play forward.
I'm Carter Scott. I'm a junior and I play guard.
Carter Grohl, junior, forward.
Cade Nelson, junior, forward.
Rich Lundgren. I'm a junior and I play guard.
Dylan Wasden, junior, forward.
My name is Jet Holmes. I'm a junior and I play point guard.
My name is Riker Hoffman. I'm a shooting guard and I'm a senior.
Carter Hoffman, shooting guard, senior.
Drake Weston, senior, guard.
Daniel Smith, senior, forward.
Dax Charlie, small forward, freshman.
Connor Creel, I'm a sophomore and I play guard.
Wyatt O'Malley, I'm a freshman and I'm a guard.
Wyatt Tingy, freshman, guard.
Bodie O'Malley, sophomore, center.
My name is Nash Perry and I am a freshman and I play guard.
I'm Valen Cornia, I'm a freshman and I play guard.
Hunter Cordia, I'm a freshman and I play center.
Connor Argyle, I'm a freshman and I'm a center.
Hi, I'm Tess Cornia. I'm a junior and I'm a base.
I am Ashlyn Stevens. I'm a junior and I am a flyer.
Hi, I'm Quincy Call. I'm a freshman and I'm a base.
My name's Carly England. I'm a junior and I'm a flyer.
I'm Chaisley Levitt, back spot and sophomore.
Avery Weston, junior, side base.
Hi, I'm Bryn Christensen. I'm a sophomore and a back spot.
I'm Kelsey Heiner. I'm a sophomore and I'm a base.
I'm Myra Carlisle. I'm a freshman and I'm a base.
My name is Jordan Reese. I am a freshman and I am a base.
I'm Cassie Argyle. I'm a senior and I'm a base.
Hi everyone, my name is Camry Call. I'm a senior at Ridge High and I'm a back spot.
I'm Joss Ennis. I'm a senior and I'm a flyer.
Welcome back, Rebel fans, as we try to do a doubleheader. The boys trying to repeat what the girls have just accomplished, putting another piece of championship hardware into the Richfeild trophy case, which we may need to open up another wing at the high school with all that they've been adding in the past few years. The boys about 3 minutes away from the big introduction here at the Sevier Valley Center in Richfeild. They are the home team with the lower seed. Keys to this one, I will say again, as you saw last night, it's going to be how do you handle the big players underneath. Panguitch definitely has the advantage in height inside the paint, and with the absence of Daniel Smith for the Rich Rebels, it's basically paint by committee as Riker Hoffman, Carter Hoffman, Dylan Fonsbeck, and even Carter Grohl were thrown into the paint to try to deal with the Tigers. And the other key will be the three-point line, as Panguitch only hit 1 3 last night in their win over Bryce Valley. Meanwhile, the Rebels with 9 3-pointers to take the win over the Tabiona Tigers. And I would say the third key is going to be endurance. An emotional win last night in triple overtime for the Rich Rebels, and Panguitch with a late game. So who is going to come off with some fresh legs and not get bit by the hangover bug from yesterday? And I will welcome back my partner, Bradley Holmes. Just give him a few keys to the game, Bradley. Any thoughts as you try to settle down from the first one and get ready for a second one?
Thanks for covering for me. I had to get a drink and hand out a couple more Daniel Smith jerseys. So isn't that cool how many there are around here in this gym?
It's hard when there's white everywhere to not. It's the number 4 that I appreciate more than anything else.
Absolutely. Well, Rob, a big thing, Panguitch is big, and I think we can't fall into the trap of, well, they're not like they usually are. Because, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that they are as good as they have been in the past, but they have been a very, very good in the past. So this is maybe, instead of a very, very good team, this is a very good team. You know what I mean? So this is going to be just as difficult, if not more difficult, than last night's game. And that's a tough one to swallow, right? Because it took everything we had. But this is a beatable team. But they've got size, and their best player, Miller, is Daxton, his first name. Daxton Miller, he went off for 27 last night. 6'3" guard who can do it all, post, whatever. He might even be pushing 6'4". Just a big kid, so it's just going to take everything again. We got to stay out of foul trouble, but we have to somehow be physical too. It's that counterbalancing act.
And I think the whistle, again, just as it was in the girls' game, is going to have a play in this one, because in these championship games where so little happens to change the momentum, those fouls can cause a challenge. So I think we'll take a break while they do the national anthem.
Yep, we'll go to a quick break. We may come back early, and we'll just leave the mic open for the singing of the national anthem. And then the lights are going to come down, and we're going to do this all over again, which is great. So we'll be back after this.
Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides safe, effective, high-quality health care. With many specialty services, Bear Lake Memorial serves patients from prenatal to geriatric. When you need imaging services, including mammograms, CT, and other specialized tests, the MRI suite accommodates patients of all sizes. The large windows provide natural light to help patients have an even better scanning experience. For a complete list of services offered, visit us online at blmhospital.com. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this very home for rural Utah communities. Protect our freedom as we enjoy this basketball game tonight. We pause to honor those men and women and honor this nation, which is a blend of many cultures, creeds, and languages. Tonight's national anthem will now be sung by Richfeild High School's junior girls basketball player, Dottie Morse.
That was Dottie Morse, fresh off a state championship game in the past 30 minutes, singing a beautiful rendition of the national anthem.
It's always been gone.
And the boys now are going to head to the tunnel, where they will get to come out with the smoke and the lights like we talked about in the last game. And we'll go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue to talk about this matchup. You've been listening online at mylocalradio.com and at 98.3. KDQ FM.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at t7propane.com. T7 Propane, for all your propane needs.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides safe, effective, high-quality health care. With many specialty services, Bear Lake Memorial serves patients from prenatal to geriatric. When you need imaging services, including mammograms, CT, and other specialized tests, the MRI suite accommodates patients of all sizes. The large windows provide natural light to help patients have an even better scanning experience. For a complete list of services offered, visit us online at blmhospital.com. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
We know from experience that in rural America, people really care about three things: their faith, their money, and their high school sports, and not necessarily in that order.
It's a race. Mendez in some space down the left wing. Steps into a shot. Mendez scores! Red Devils on top, 2-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Hello, North Carolina. Cheyenne's coming to visit.
The My Local Radio Sports Network covers high school sports in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. American Legion Baseball and high school rodeo in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. Advertising in the My Local Radio Sports Network is unique for 2 reasons. 1, it's the best way to reach your local audience, and 2, it's the most economical way to reach your regional and national audience. Join us today on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
We are back here. We're just getting ready to get the starting lineup. We'll do the same as we did in the girls. We'll acknowledge all of our non-starters. Rob, just so far, we definitely have the loudest crowd here, don't we?
We do. In my short drive here, Bradley, I had the radio playing for a little bit, and there were a couple songs that came on that made me think of this ball game. I did hear Queen playing the song we heard at the end of the girls' game.
Really? That has to be a good omen.
Yeah, and I also heard a song by Journey called Don't Stop Believing, and one by the Monkees, I'm a Believer. And I would say all of those would work for night.
So they just got done naming the non-starters for Panguitch. The number 2 seed in this tournament, Rich being 1. So Rich will be the home team. And Rob, take it away with our non-starters for Rich.
And there's a
If you can hear the crowd, most of Rich County came down. This is awesome.
And Carter Grohl, a junior who played big defense last night. Jet Holmes, you will see him on the court. He played a big role last night as well. Aiden Weston and Dylan Wasden, who's on crutches, just gone through surgery. And Paxton Nicolademus, Conrad Carrillo, Bodie O'Mealy, a sophomore who may see some time on the floor, and Dylan Fonsbeck, who definitely will get some time on the floor, and Cade Nelson, who's also going to have to deal with surgery on his knee, Bradley. And Jana and
they're going to get a standing ovation.
Dallin Smith holding up a jersey for their son Daniel.
Wow.
And they get a standing ovation from the crowd. And Talon Pace, Tiny, your team manager. And they're going to announce the coaches. Coach
Sean Walker, Cole Weston, Dave Holmes, and head coach Lex Cornea.
Thanks, Bradley. Lost my voice there for just a minute.
So back to what we talked about before, Rob. The main challenge is going to be the size differential, as Panguitch has at least 3 guys that are well over 6'2" in their starting lineup. Our tallest guy would be Ridge Lundgren at 6'1". But as we've done all year, the Rebels will use their shooting and their scrappiness on defense to get this one done.
You were gone, Bradley, but one of the keys of the game, Panguitch only scored 1 3 last night. And obviously we did have
which is rare for them.
Yeah, we did have some extra bonus time in the triple overtime, but 9 threes hit by the Rebels last night.
Yeah, so for Panguitch, basically what it is, led by Daxton Miller, number 14. He leads that three-headed monster of big guys. And then they've got 2 guards, number 0 and number 23. And I'll get their roster pulled up. It's not as easy as Tabiona that I did 4 times already this year. But, yeah, number 0, guys to watch out for. We'll get it pulled up. But for the Rebels, we'll get their starting lineup, who I definitely know by heart. It's going to start with number 5, Drake Weston. Number 2, Riker Hoffman. Number 23, Carter Hoffman. Number 12, Ridge Lundgren. And number 25, Carter Scott. So for Panguitch, number 0, Berkeley Dalton. Number 14, Daxton Miller. Number 23, Maddox Johnson. Number 34, Bridger Chappell. And number 24, Remy Chappell. So this is going to be a heck of a game. Heck of a matchup here coming your way. We are just a few seconds away. We're going to get done with these starting lineups between the 2 sides. And then we'll be ready to go. And Rob, worth mentioning, this is a rematch of last year's state championship game. And last year, Panguitch lost quite a few seniors. We obviously lost a couple good ones as well to graduation. But I firmly believe that our boys, Panguitch has been winning for years. What have they won, the last 8? Last 9?
Yeah, I've lost track, but I will say last year, Panguitch jumped out to an early lead, and that kind of...
Our second half was awesome, but first half they got off to a big lead.
We were playing catch-up most of the ball game.
And so, here we go. Once again, Panguitch has terrorized 1A boys basketball for the last decade, and the Rebels, ranked number 1, about to take on Panguitch, number 2. Obviously have not played this year. They've had similar opponents, but time to roll.
Rebels come in 22-2, Panguitch 24-3.
So 2 games I want to talk about with Panguitch. One, they just a few weeks ago beat Kanab, who ended up being the 2A state champion. They also, earlier in the season, lost to Carbon, who was 0-10 at the time. So a little bit of variability there. But Panguitch does win the tip, and the Rebels are going to be in a zone to start things out, a 1-2-2 zone. And they have Miller up top. Once again, I got to pull up my roster so I know these Panguitch guys' names pretty soon. First shot is off, but rebounded by Panguitch, and that's going to be a big deal. The Rebels have to be able to rebound, and you see that Miller able to drive in and score there to get his first scores of the ball game. On the other end, Scott with it up top. Hands to Weston. Weston going to drive to the hole, no good. So Miller, he gets it outside to Dalton as they work it around. They're just working around the perimeter, trying to work it to the inside, working inside or outside to inside. Miller with another jumper. They jump out to a 4-point lead. Weston now with the ball on the other end. Gives to Lundgren. Now Lundgren does have a taped up right hand. See how that affects him. Certainly didn't affect him too much yesterday, as he had some huge defensive plays at the end of that game. Scott gets the ball, misses, and Panguitch gets the ball heading the other way.
Rebound by Bridger Chappell.
So Dalton with the ball on the left wing. He gets it ahead to Chappell, and then to Johnson for 3. Rolls in. So Coach Corney's going to take a timeout. Panguitch gets off to a 7-0 lead with that 3 from Johnson. We'll go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll see what adjustments have been made by Coach Cornea. We'll be back after this.
Reach a dedicated hometown, regional, and worldwide audience. Dive into the action with My Local Rodeo. Our high school rodeo broadcasts are the heart of the community, drawing families and fans who love to support local businesses. From prime advertising spots to exclusive sponsorships, your businesses can shine in the spotlight. Don't miss out. Contact us today and saddle up for an unbeatable advertising opportunity. My Local Rodeo, where your business becomes part of the excitement.
We are back, and I need to fix my score. I'm backwards once again. Unfortunately, it is Panguitch up 7-0.
Ridge takes it underneath, and the ball goes to the floor, and there's a jump ball. That'll come to Rich.
So Rich will have the ball underneath after that jump ball.
Panguitch won the opening tip.
Another thing to look at, Rob, the games that I've seen from Panguitch, they never sub. They just will roll with these 5 all seniors, and they'll sometimes put in a junior or 2, but the games I've seen down here, they won't sub until the game's kind of put away. Weston pump fakes, gets it back out to Hoffman. Hoffman hands to Scott. Scott at the top, dribbling to his right, passes to Hoffman. Hoffman hands to Lundgren. Lundgren with the long 2, rolls out. Miller with the rebound, heading the other way. Tipped away by Hoffman. And Panguitch tries to regain it, and it goes out of bounds on Panguitch. So a good job by Carter Hoffman to force the turnover. Ball inbounded to Lundgren. Lundgren crosses half court. Passes over to Hoffman. Hoffman drives in, gets it back out to Lundgren. Lundgren being guarded by Dalton. Step back 3 for Ridge, no good. We just need a one shot to fall for the dam to break, but we've not been able to do that quite yet. As Johnson brings it up ahead and hands to Miller. Miller passes it to Chappell on the left wing. Chappell passes to Dalton. Dalton over to Miller on the right wing, guarded by Hoffman. Johnson has a look up top. He drives to the hole with a floater, no good. Rebounded by Weston after it's tipped away by Chappell. Weston going the other way now. Looks to go baseline. He kicks it back out to Hoffman. Hoffman pump fakes, goes to the hole and finishes. Riker continuing his heroic day from yesterday as he drives baseline on Chappell and able to finish.
Quick move by Riker to get the baseline and easy layup.
Johnson picks it up at half court, passes to Chappell at the elbow. Chappell over to Dalton and then to Miller. Miller drives in, tries to get it to Chappell, but that's stolen by Lundgren. Lundgren gets it ahead to Scott. Scott for 3. No good. It was a good look. Rebounded by Miller. Those will start to fall for us. It was a good look. Miller crosses half court and passes to Dalton up top. Then to Johnson, and now Miller at the top.
Panguitch being very patient on the offensive end, Bradley.
Yep, very slow-paced offense. Miller goes to the hole. Great defense from the Rebels as that ball's knocked away. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson's just going to pull up for 3. No good. And rebounded by Lundgren. That was because of Riker fighting with Chappell for the rebound. Hoffman goes the other way, and he is fouled by Chappell. And he's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
And Remy Chappell, number 24 on the foul. Nice token of sportsmanship as he helps Carter back up off the floor. He will go to the free throw line. First foul in the ball game. 4 minutes in.
And again, Rob, if we can get some guys in foul trouble earlier on, first foul shot's no good for Carter. They're not deep, you know. So if we can make them go into their bench, it's something that they haven't been used to. Carter's second is good, so 4-point game, 7-3 now. Rebels have been able to slow down that offense as they came out definitely throwing punches, but the Rebels able to start answering and slow it down. Johnson has it up top, passes over to Dalton. Dalton inside to Miller. Miller working against Hoffman. Great job. Tipped away by Lundgren into the hands of Hoffman. Hoffman has a lane to the hole, and he finishes. Crazy how Riker's come alive this weekend.
He has.
He's always been great defensively and rebounding, but offensively he has become a weapon the last 2 games. Johnson has it up top, feeds it into Chappell. Chapel trying to get it outside, almost tipped away again. And now Dalton has it. He kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson inside to Miller. Miller turns, tipped away again by Lundgren from behind. Carter Scott gets it ahead to Ridge. Ridge out to Hoffman, then to Scott, back to Hoffman. Hoffman drives baseline, gets it to Carter. Carter goes up, no good. Tried to draw the foul. Miller has it, being guarded by Lundgren. He just hands to Chapel. Chapel loses his dribble. Rebels are there trying to make it tough on him. He misses his first shot, gets his own rebound, goes up, and they're going to call us the next time. So,
Bridger Chapel, number 34.
I'm not sure the relation. I don't know if Remy and Bridger Chapel are twins, because they both are built the same last name, same age. But Bridger Chapel's going to be the one to go to the line to shoot 2, and his first is no good. .212 on the clock in the first quarter. Chapel's second is good, making it a 3-point game. Carter Scott with the ball, crosses half court. Dribbles to his left, gets a screen from Hoffman. Goes left again, he'll go all the way to the hoop and finishes. It's an underrated part of Carter Scott's game as he drives to the hole and finishes. He's known as a 3-point guy, but a great finish at the rim. Chapel has it up top, passes to Miller. Miller tries to get it into Chapel, and that is knocked away by Hoffman.
You talked about the challenge of not getting in foul trouble, Bradley. Knock on something. We've only one foul on the Rebels as Dylan Fonsbeck is going to check in for Riker Hoffman with 1:45 to go in the first quarter.
Riker's not coming out because he did anything wrong, obviously. But this is what Coach Corney did yesterday, just keeping fresh legs out there, especially with his big guys. Chapel has the ball. He passes it outside to Miller. Miller hands to Johnson, who passes back to Chapel on the right wing. Chapel being guarded by Lundgren. He tries to get it inside to Miller. Carter Hoffman doing a tremendous job.
That is the 5th turnover on the Bobcats, Bradley, and knock on something again. 0 for the Rebels in the first quarter.
Yep, you saw Chapel tried to get it inside to Miller, and Carter Hoffman, tenacious defense made so Miller couldn't get there, and it goes out of bounds. Weston now with the ball, gets a screen from Fonsbeck. Weston tried to get the pick and roll to Fonsbeck, but it gets tipped away and stolen.
I'll take the blame for that one.
That's right. On the other end, a 3-pointer up for Panguitch, no good, and they're going to get a foul on Ridge Lundgren on the rebound. His first, team second. No, that's his second, dang it. This happened yesterday. Ridge got 2 early on, so Jet Holmes is going to have to come in.
That is a 10-2 advantage on the rebounds for the Bobcats so far, Bradley. That size is hard to
they're big.
Overcome.
Chapel gets it underneath. He has to revert back to Miller. Miller, nice move to get to the hole, and he's fouled, so he's going to go to the line to shoot 1.
Foul is going to be on Drake Weston, his first, and here comes Riker Hoffman back for Jet Holmes.
So they credit that to Drake. Yeah, so 3 team fouls so far for the Rebels. So this will be just 1 shot after the end, 1 for Miller. That's up and no good. A rebound by Fonsbeck. Up ahead to Scott. Scott passes to Hoffman at the top. Hoffman hands to Fonsbeck, who kicks it out to Weston. Weston thinks about the 3, hands to Hoffman, who hands to Scott. 43 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. Rebels down 3. Scott passes to Weston. Weston thinks about 3, passes to Fonsbeck. Fonsbeck for 3, good! Fonsbeck got his 3.
Ties it up.
Big 3 for Fons, 10-10 right now. Dalton with the ball on the other end. He passes to Johnson, who gives to Miller. 16 on the clock. 1-on-1 with Miller and Hoffman. Hoffman's done a great job so far this quarter. It's a tough assignment. Hoffman gets over the screen, gets some help. They hand to Dalton. Gets it to Chappell passes it up to Johnson. Johnson has to get it off at the buzzer. No good. No good. He tried to get a foul called on Drake, but good call on the refs. And Ridge is going to check back in. So it is tied at 10. End of the first quarter. We'll be back after this. You're listening online at mylocalradio.com and at 98.3 KDQ FM.
Reach a dedicated hometown, regional, and worldwide audience. Dive into the action with My Local Rodeo. Our high school rodeo broadcasts are the heart of the community, drawing families and fans who love to support local businesses. From prime advertising spots to exclusive sponsorships, your businesses can shine in the spotlight. Don't miss out. Contact us today and saddle up for an unbeatable advertising opportunity. My Local Rodeo, where your business becomes part of the excitement.
Rob, what do you have for us? We're just coming out of the break, heading to the second quarter.
Well, this is a much better start for the Rich Rebels than it was last year in this championship match. 3 of 7 inside the arc for the Rebels, 3 of 7 for the Bobcats. Rebels 1 of 3 from three-point land, Bobcats 1 of 4 from three-point land, and the Rebels 1 of 2 from the free throw line, Bobcats 1 of 3. So that makes 10 to 10. Unfortunately, 10 to 3 on the rebounds. The good news, Rebels only 1 turnover and the Bobcats 5 in that first quarter.
So for the Rebel lineup right now coming out of the quarter break, Lundgren, Weston, Hoffman, Fonsbeck, and Scott. I want to make note, Rob, Drake Weston has not come out of the ball game since the Paiute game 2 days ago. Miller.
I hope he took a shower between games.
Yeah, that's right.
They're going to get Riker Hoffman just because of a little of a flop trying to go through a screen.
Coach Corney's going to let him know about it.
That is Riker's first and the first of the quarter on the Rebels.
Once again, just his first. So Miller to inbound. He gets it up top to Dalton. Dalton dribbles to his right, passes back to Johnson. Johnson inside to Hoffman. Where is the foul there? Riker Hoffman gets an elbow in the face. No call, but then they're going to get Riker with the foul on the shot.
That is Riker's first, and Carter Hoffman's going to come in for him so we can check Riker's consciousness level, I think. Miller to the free throw line. He's 0 for 1 so far in the ball game. Misses the second.
Good work, Rob. Remains 10 to 10. So Carter Hoffman back into the game as Riker comes out with 2 fouls.
Yeah, they finally put that one up on the board.
And that one is good for Miller, so that gives them a 1-point lead. So 11 to 10 now in favor of Panguitch. Scott with the ball, passes ahead to Lundgren. Lundgren dribbles to his right, and they're going to have a foul on Panguitch. Who's that on, Rob? Did you see?
We'll have to wait till it comes up on the screen, Bradley. And that is on
Dalton.
Berkeley Dalton. That is his first. And the first on the Bobcats in the quarter.
Lundgren passes over to Scott. Scott to Hoffman up top. Hoffman hands to Lundgren. Lundgren with the long 2, no good. Rebounded by Miller. He gets it up ahead to Dalton. Dalton drives all the way and kicks it back out to Chappell for 3. No good. Miller with the and 1 on the putback. He gets the rebound, gets fouled by Carter Hoffman. How many is that for Carter?
I believe that's his second as well, Bradley. Maybe just his first.
Just his first.
Just his first.
Third team foul, though, for Rich early on here in the second quarter, as Miller looks to make this a 4-point game, and he does not. But another rebound for Chappell, and he dishes it off to Dalton for 3. No good. Another rebound for Miller. He kicks it back out. Weston nearly tips it. But then Dalton for a 3 again. It is tipped into the hands of Fonsbeck. He gets it ahead to Weston. Weston driving all the way to the hole. Not able to finish, but Fonsbeck skies for the rebound. Hands to Hoffman. And Hoffman puts it up. No good. Rebels can't get a foul down there. Dalton gets the rebound and going the other way. Johnson with the open three, good.
His second three of the ball game, Bradley. And a little 6-0 run by the Bobcats.
Coming out of the quarter. Rebels have the ball up top. Weston with it, tries to drive, kicks it out to Fonsbeck.
And we're going to get a foul down low.
Yeah, Drake was held underneath, so they're going to get Johnson with the hold.
Maddox Johnson, and that is the second on the Bobcats in the quarter, his first. Ridge on the baseline to trigger the inbounds pass.
So the Rebels to inbound. Lundgren looking.
Got to
Tries
hurry.
to get inside. He gets it up top to Scott. Scott catches and drives, and he is fouled by Johnson. That's his second. So Rob, again, Coach Barney doesn't even look to the bench.
I think that, that is on Johnson, his second. And the third on the Bobcats in the quarter.
Yep, a quick 2 fouls. Lundgren hands to Hoffman, who's working on the inside against Miller. He kicks it out to Fonsbeck. Fonsbeck pump fakes for 3, hands to Weston. Weston all the way to the rim, and that is blocked. Blocked out of bounds.
But that doesn't come back to the Bobcats, Bradley?
That's right. We saw that last game, didn't we?
We did. Crazy call, and it was at a critical point in the game as well.
So Lundgren to inbound, 5:49 to go here. He gets it easily into Hoffman. Back to Lundgren. Lundgren for 3, no good. Fonsbeck with the rebound, quickly gets it out to Weston. Weston looks to drive, then hands to Lundgren. Lundgren goes all the way to the hole, and he's fouled. So Ridge is going to go to the line to shoot 2. Let's see who they give that to. Miller. Nope. 24, Chappell.
His second, and the fourth on the Bobcats. So the Rebels will be in the bonus, Bradley, the rest of the way with 5.5 minutes to go.
And you have a handful of Bobcats with 2 fouls now.
Ridge's first free throw is good. His first points of the ball game.
5-point game, 16-11. Ridge's second is up and good. 16-12.
That wrist is taped heavily, but it doesn't seem to bother him.
No, I don't think so. 5.5 to go in the first half of this state championship game between the Rebels and the Bobcats. Chappell has it up top, guarded by Scott. He gets it inside to Miller. Miller hands right back to Chappell. He'll kick it back to Miller on the corner, then to Dalton up top, and he hands to Johnson, back to Dalton on the left wing. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson with an open 3 attempt, good. Drake got caught up in the screen, and it left to Johnson wide open.
Matches the biggest lead for the Bobcats at 7.
Ridge, a great drive, crossover, gets to the basket, and finishes at the rim. 19-14 now with 4:40 to go in the game. Miller with it on the other end. Hoffman stands in there. Could have been a charge, could have been a block. They'll say a no call. On the other end, Scott with the floater, no good. Rebounded by Miller. That would have been big, would have cut it to 3. Dalton kicks it back up to Johnson. Johnson over to Miller. Miller gets it inside to Chappell. Chappell looks to drive, but he kicks it back out to Miller. So Miller is not a 3-shooter. If we can keep him outside the paint, he's much less effective out there. You saw he had an open 3 and didn't take it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hoffman, they get it into Chappell. We did all we could to make him stop, and he's able to finish. 21-14 now. Weston with the ball. He drives to the hole, and he is fouled.
And
all 3 guys under there have 2, so we'll see who they give it to.
Going to give it to Remy Chappell.
That is his third.
That is his third, and that is going to send Drake to the free throw line. And we're going to get the short guy off the bench. It's only 6'6".
That's right. Weston's first foul shot's up and good. You have to take advantage now. I know he's 6'6", but he does not play much, and so the Rebels need to take advantage here.
Trenton Verga, number 20, he's a junior, Bradley.
Of course, Panguitch has a kid on the bench that hardly plays at 6'6".
Yep.
21-16 now. Rebels cut it to 5. Panguitch with the ball on the other end. Skip to Johnson. So I think we're back in a 1-2-2 zone with Weston on the top. Johnson has in the corner. He skip passes to Dalton, who hands to Chappell, back to Johnson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson, long three, good. That was a deep three and a big one. 8-point game now. Lunger with the ball, step back three, no good. Rebounded by Grohl, who has subbed in the meantime. He gets it out to Hoffman. Hoffman, clear lane, and he is fouled by the man who just came into the game.
Berga with his first foul.
And that is the 5th team foul.
Well, that's like number 7.
Oh, they've been at 5, okay.
Yeah, they've been at 5, yeah.
So Hoffman's going to go to the line to shoot 2 now. First is up and good. I bet the refs love that it caps it at 5 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that way the fans can't scream because
you can't get very lopsided, can
it?
Hoffman's second is up, just rims out. Viga with the rebound. He gets it out to Miller. Miller quickly gets it ahead to Johnson. Back to Miller. Miller passes it back out to Chappell and then to Miller again. Miller drives to the hole, met by a herd of Rebels. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Johnson. He's had a lot of threes, and he gets another one. So Johnson's killing. How many does he have?
He's got 5 threes.
So 15 points with 2.5 to go in the first half. And they're going to get a foul on Viga as Weston drives to the hole. It was obviously a block, but he got him with the body.
It's Verga.
So Verga with his second of the game. That'll send Weston to the line to shoot 2. Everyone looked at the block, but he came down on Weston with the body.
I was about to say Drake is perfect from the free throw line today, Bradley, but I just texted him.
First is no good. Second one coming up. Weston's second is up and good. 9-point game. Got to do something to bottle up Johnson on the other end. He's killing us.
Hard to trade a free throw for a three-pointer.
Johnson now has it. So they put Weston on Johnson now on the extended wing. Chappell feeds Miller inside. Miller looking to drive. No good. Lundgren with the rebound. They've got numbers. Lundgren gets it to Weston. Weston drives baseline. And he travels. He saw Scott open, and he was just too late.
Only the second turnover on the Rebels in the ball game, Bradley.
So 9-point game still, 1:56 to go in the first half. 27-18. Dalton passes it ahead to Johnson. Offensive foul called on
Verga. That's his third.
Yep.
So now what are you going to do?
He's had a lot of action. He's gotten 3 fouls in a minute. I'm exaggerating, but it hasn't been very long.
It hasn't been, but not going to go to the bench at all.
The thing is, they don't care if he fouls out.
Yeah.
They're just trying to preserve Chappell till the second half. Weston gets a screen from Lundgren and hands to Hoffman. Hoffman gets it into Lundgren. Lundgren, nice move. No good, just rims out. Verga with the rebound. Pass to Miller, minute 25 to go in the half. Rebels down 27-18. Johnson with it up top. He passes to Dalton and then to Chappell. Chappell passes over to Johnson. Dalton now with it and hands to Chappell again up top. 15 on the shot clock. Ball is fed into Miller. Miller backing down and kicks it back out to Dalton. No good. Scott gets the rebound. Finds Weston. Weston going ahead. Hands to Scott. Scott for 3. No good.
Didn't have a lot of time on that one.
Quick release from Scott, which has been money all year. Off the mark there. 9-point game. Miller has the ball. Hands to Chappell. Passes over to Dalton on the right wing. Dalton over to Johnson. He has 15 in the game so far.
Timeout by the Bobcats. By the way, that was Daxton Miller's 10th rebound, Bradley.
Yeah, he's been a monster down there. We'll go to a quick break. When we come back, we've got 32 seconds left in the first half. Panguitch 27, Rich 18. We'll be back after this.
Randolph Medical Clinic is known for comfortably treating acute and chronic conditions as well as mental health. Nurse practitioner Nancy Weston is known for providing compassionate care. Appointments can be made by texting 435-200-5416. Randolph Medical Clinic.
We are back. 32 and a half seconds to go. Rob, I was just saying, definitely feeling Daniel's absence right now, getting killed on the boards against this much bigger Panguitch team.
Yeah, 11 to 19 on the rebound total, Bradley, but Miller with 10 of his own, and
so he has 10 of the 19 rebounds.
Yeah, 6 offensive boards. Rebels have 4 of their own, but that was a great rebound by Carter Scott.
Yeah.
Beautiful box out, and was going out of bounds with the rebound, but was able to find a teammate, kick it back into play.
The hard part is a lot of these rebounds have come off short shots. It's harder to just get a good box out when they're that close. Dalton has the ball being guarded by Lundgren.
Got to be careful, doesn't want his third foul.
Chappell hands to Miller at the elbow. Miller skips it to Johnson. Johnson for another 3, no good. He is human. And that was a shot clock violation. Didn't touch the rim. So that'll be Rich's ball. So Rich will have potentially the last shot of this half. 12 seconds on the clock. A 3 would be nice, Rob. Cut it to 6. Weston with the ball. Crosses half court. Got a lot of options out there. Gets it to Ridge. Ridge drives to the hole. Tries to put it up. And they're going to say that was tipped by Panguitch. They're going to put any time on the clock. They will not. They'll say it was in the air going out as the clock expired. We'll go to a break when we come back. Our final standout student segment of the season following our halftime stats. Back after this.
The town of Garden City is home to beautiful Bear Lake, where families play together. We welcome you to Garden City and invite you to visit bearlake.org for places to explore and information on upcoming events year-round. The town of Garden City welcomes you as we cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
I'm very excited to be here with my good buddy Wilkes Weston, and we're going to talk bunch about wrestling, as Wilkes had a very successful weekend last weekend at state wrestling, and we'll talk a little bit about school and Wilkes' future. But Wilkes, thanks for taking time out of your day to chat with your old football coach once again.
Thanks for having me.
When I say we're going to talk about the weekend, we're not going to talk about the Super Bowl, okay? I know that it's too soon to talk about that. Maybe I'll touch on it a little bit.
Gosh dang it.
But in a good way, because Wilkes has a pretty cool connection with the Kansas City Chiefs, which is way more than anyone else can say from Rich County. So if anyone's giving you a hard time, Wilkes, I still think you have the trump card on the NFL connection. Wilkes, talk about state last week. We were talking about you on the broadcast game because we were keeping everyone updated, and it sounds like you had a really awesome weekend at state. So I just want to jump to your semifinal match because that was the keynote one. I've seen pictures of the celebration. Talk to me about your opponent and how that match went.
Well, I came in ranked 3rd, so right away we knew that I'd have to beat some kids that I probably shouldn't have, and so I met up with McCray Bill from Altamont, my semifinal match, and I knew I'd have to be a hammer and come out with firing, and I was able to toss him during the first round, and I was able to pin him, and it was a really cool experience.
So wait,
and
back it up.
I was real hyped up.
I knew you pinned him. I didn't realize it was in the first round.
Yeah.
So you didn't even waste any time. You were going to just get this over with and teach him a lesson right out of the gate.
Pretty much, yeah. That was the idea, I guess.
Well,
I wasn't expecting it to go that fast either, but
well, that's
it
the
happens.
nature of wrestling, right? I mean, you just never know in those 3 rounds when the right move's going to stick at the right time, and it sounds like yours came right out of the gate.
Did.
What did you pin him in, Wilkes?
An over-under, so I just tossed him off of my feet and got him.
Well, super proud of you, Wilkes, and I know the future's very bright for you. Wilkes, you're just an all-around athlete, right? I mean, football, wrestling, played plenty of basketball. Remind me, do you do track in the springtime?
Yeah, I do.
I never know with you Cowboys if you're allowed to do anything but branding and branch work in the spring, so I had to remember. So, Wilkes, talk to me about, obviously, so far so good in your sophomore year. You've got a football state championship under your belt. You took second at state, highlighted by an upset match to an upperclassman in the semifinal match. What is it about sports that you love so much and that just puts a smile on your face as you usually do?
I think just like the ability to be able to compete, and like in football, you're able to hit people, and I know you definitely couldn't do that at home, so I just
now we're talking.
Love that aspect of it.
I'm loving that we're talking about football once again. Folks, you and I are very similar. We love that fall sport, don't we?
Yep.
Everything else is either preseason or postseason to football, right?
Pretty much.
Preparing for it, yeah. Had a great football season. I'm sure you're ecstatic entering your junior year next year into football, where we're favored to have another great season once again. Look, let's talk about football next year. I'm sure you've seen the schedule. There's some really awesome games on there with a lot of bigger schools, a lot of familiar foes with Mountain View and Bear Lake. But Panguitch is on there, right? I mean, how are you feeling about the season next year? And your class is a great football class, and you guys are now the upperclassmen and are going to be on the field a lot. How are you feeling about next year?
Oh, I'm excited. It's going to be really fun. We'll have to definitely play hard, but I think we can have a good season next year if we just get after it and work hard this summer.
There's the preview. We'll talk more about football, obviously, next fall. But there's the little preview of Wilkes is ready to roll with his buddies, and it's going to be a great year. Wilkes, let's talk about school and how things are going. How was your sophomore year? I don't know if it's still the same. Back in the pioneer days when I was in high school, the sophomore year was notorious for being a tough one just because of, this massive health report that you had to do, the classes, you're preparing for college classes maybe in the next few years. How was your sophomore year going?
It's been pretty tough, like you said, but I think it's definitely helped me grow, and I'm ready for those college classes next year.
So are you going to work at getting your associate's degree, Wilkes?
I've been thinking about probably getting my GE, so that way I can take some college classes with my buddies, but also be able to do some trade school stuff.
Good
so
for
I can
you.
go that route too.
Well, Wilkes, I've always said you and I are so similar, and you're just hitting it all on the head. I took a similar path, but I guarantee you are way better at the trade classes than I was, so you have one up to me there, and you're a much better wrestler, too. So you're better than I am, Wilkes. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
So, Wilkes, I want to end with two things. I mentioned it in the interview at the beginning that you have a special connection to the Kansas City Chiefs. Talk about what it's been like to have your uncle be on the coaching staff for Andy Reid.
It's been really awesome. I've been able to go to a game every year, and it's just seeing him and being able to look up to him has been really a cool experience, and seeing all the players, and that might be something I want to do in the future. We'll see.
Well, he has set a great example for you. And honestly, Wilkes, I'm sure you absolutely agree. There's not many better examples of people you want to become with Porter and Coach Reid. I mean, two very good guys you've been able to be around, and just a classy organization that your uncle's a part of. So tell us about who is the most famous person that you've met when you've gone out to a Chiefs game.
Ooh, most famous person I've met.
Besides your uncle, of course, which meetup had you the most excited of all the times you've gone out to Arrowhead Stadium or to an away game?
Ooh, I'd probably say the most famous person that I was excited about meeting was his good buddy Eric Stonestreet.
Oh yeah, from Modern Family, of course.
Yep, we got to meet him, and he's just a really nice guy, and it was fun talking to him.
And massive Chiefs fan.
Yep.
For anyone out there that's following along, that is he plays Cam on Modern Family. Yeah. So definitely a well-known character there. That is awesome.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Wilkes, I always end these interviews with asking you to give a shout out to a teacher who has had a positive impact on your life. And I know you're just a sophomore, so you're halfway through, so it could be junior high, high school, but who's a teacher that's really been there for you and you'd like to give a shout out to?
Teacher that's always been there for me is probably my good buddy Tyson Larson.
Absolutely.
Love his class, and he's both the head coach for the football team, and he helps me in wrestling, so I'm always around him. He always has a good balance of fun and some competitiveness, so I like that about him.
He's a pretty decent guy, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yep, I have to echo your words, and he's always been that way. Good, super awesome dude, and like you say, well-balanced. Well, Wilkes, thanks for taking the time to chat, and congrats on your awesome sports season, and looking forward to seeing how you do come track season.
When you're hungry for an amazing breakfast, just like Grandma used to make, visit our bakery on Main Street in Randolph. We hand make fresh pastries for you to enjoy. Supporting the Rich Rebels and thanking you for your business, visit our bakery today. Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at t7propane.com. T7 Propane, for all your propane needs.
We would like to take the time to dedicate this game to the memory of Daniel Smith of the Rich. We are back. Thanks for tuning into a halftime show brought to you by the station on Main. Rebels down 9 at half, 27-8, and we're just under a minute to go until the start of this game. Rob, just quickly run through that first half for us.
Well, the Rebels tied it up 10-10, Bradley, and then it was a 6-0 run by the Bobcats that got them rolling. They outscore the Rebels 17-8 in that second quarter. Rebels shooting 24% from the floor, just 4 of 15 from inside the arc, only 1 3-pointer out of 6 attempts. They are 7 of 10 from the free throw line, which is keeping them elite in the ball game, Bradley. Bobcats shooting 43% overall, 42 from three-point land, all 5 3-pointers coming from Maddox Johnson, who normally shoots 38%. I think he's shooting above that this time. The board battle of the rebounds, Rebels only 11 with 4 offensive, Fonsbeck with 4, and the Bobcats with 27 offensive, and Miller with 10. 7 turnovers by the Bobcats, only 2 by the Rebels.
Well, honestly, Rob, defensively, we got to stop Johnson. We got to stop Miller. We're in good shape if we can at least slow them down this half, and we got to get going offensively.
Yeah, going to need some threes to start falling.
So the Rebels get the ball, and they try that alley-oop pass to Ridge that we haven't seen for a while. Ridge with the step-back 3, though. Comes at a terrific time to cut this one to 6 now. As the Rebels get back into a man defense. Johnson with it on the right wing. Passes to Chappell. Chappell up top. He gets it over to Johnson again. Johnson gets it into Chappell, and Chappell tries to bully his way in and misses. Rebounded by Hoffman. So I'm telling you, Rob, the other big guys are there kind of to rebound and play defense. If we can shut down the other 2 scorers so far. Hoffman gets put on the ground. I don't know how they're not calling a foul on Chappell there. But Scott goes to the rim, nothing. And rebounded by Panguitch heading the other way. Chappell with the rebound. He hands to Dalton. Pass to Chappell on the right wing. Chappell gets it up top to Johnson and then over to Dalton.
Carter and Riker fighting hard underneath.
Miller gets it inside. Everyone's straight up, and he doesn't get it, but rebounded by Chappell and put back. Rebounded by Lundgren initially, but taken away again from behind by Chappell. Rebels just losing the rebound battle, and it's being costly so far. Miller gets the ball, turns and fires and makes it. And Rob, we just keep giving them so many attempts on each possession. And I understand they are a big team. Just got to dig deep here. Lundgren hands to Hoffman. Hoffman drives, finds Riker Hoffman open. He goes baseline. They're going to get Chapel with the foul.
Which is the same play that happened the last possession, Bradley, and Riker ends up on the floor, but no whistle was blown.
And that is his fourth. So Vega might be going in again here. Scott gets it over to Lundgren. Lundgren immediately into Hoffman. Hoffman trying to battle, but Chapel gets the block.
Verga back into the game for Chapel. Bradley, you called it. He's got 3 of his own.
Rebels inbound. Scott has it on the right wing. He hands to Lundgren. Lundgren gets it in and kicks it back out to Hoffman. Hoffman fouled on the drive, and they're going to say it's on the ground, I believe.
Rimmed out, would have sent him to the free throw line. So foul's going to go to Daxton Miller. No, sorry, Berkeley Dalton.
Second. 29-21, favor of Panguitch, 5:44 to go here in the third.
Second foul on the Bobcats in the quarter.
Carter Hoffman has it up top, looks to drive, kicks it to Riker Hoffman. Riker goes into Verga. Verga blocks him. Gets it. Miller and Hoffman battling. Miller nearly travels. Chapel over to Johnson. Johnson passes over to Dalton. Dalton to Chapel. Dalton gets it inside to Miller. Miller drives, no good. Verga gets the rebound, puts it back. Weston finally ends up with it on the board. Passes ahead to Lundgren. Lundgren drives to the hole. He's fouled. Almost gets the and one. So Ridge is going to go to line to shoot 2.
Free throw lines kept the Rebels in the ballgame in the first half. Bradley, we'll see if that can continue in the second. Foul's going to go again to Berkeley Dalton, his third, and the third on the Bobcats in the quarter.
Ridge's first is up and no good.
Ridge was 7 points in the ball game.
Second free throw for Ridge coming up. Good. 29-22 now. Coach Corney's going to take a timeout. We'll go to a break as well. 7-point game. 4:54 to go in the third. We'll be back after this. You're listening online at mylocalradio.com. Listening at 98.3 KADQ FM.
Hey, it's Hunter here with Les Schwab. Just want to let you know we have America's Best Tire Warranty. It's now available at all Les Schwab Tire Centers. It includes our no-hassle road hazard protection, free tire maintenance, and a 60-day ride satisfaction guarantee included for free. Come visit us at Les Schwab Tire Centers today at 157 Bear River Drive in Evanston.
We are back here just waiting for the timeout to conclude. Panguitch up 29-22 with 4:54 to go in the third. Rebels have been able to have some good stops defensively, but the rebound battle is just a huge burden right now. The Rebels outsized, as we said before, and right now they have 3 guys on the floor that are all taller than 6'3". Our tallest guy on the floor is 6'1". and does not play underneath. So Rebels jump into a full court press. I like this idea. Johnson gets it over to Dalton. Dalton back to Johnson. They get it across to Miller. Johnson over on the right wing. Passes over up top to Chapel. Chapel looks to drive. Stopped by Scott. He kicks it back up to Dalton. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dalton gets it to Miller. Miller turns, faces, gets it back out to Johnson. Johnson for a long 3. Good. My goodness.
The referee's got a timeout. The ball went down the hallway. Holy cow, that was just at the buzzer on the shot clock as well. 6 threes in the ball game, Bradley. Yep. And that one's from beyond the college 3.
32-22 now.
Matches the biggest lead for the Bobcats.
Weston gets the ball. Gets it back to Hoffman, Riker Hoffman. Hoffman looks to drive. Looking for help, finds it in Carter Hoffman. Carter Hoffman up on the left wing. Hands to Scott. Scott thinks about it. Passes it back to Hoffman. Hoffman hands to Weston. Weston for a long three. No good. Rebound by Scott. Scott turns, hands to Hoffman. Blocked by Verga. Riker Hoffman with the rebound. Gets it back out to Weston. Weston drives, and it is tipped away by Verga.
Well, 2 offensive boards on that possession, Bradley. That's good.
Yeah.
The bad news is none of those shots went down.
So still a 10-point game, 32-22 with 3.5 to go in the third. Lundgren inbounds to Hoffman. Hoffman looks to drive, blocked again by Verga. Rebounded by Miller. Miller gets it across. Stolen by Scott. Scott has numbers if he gets it ahead, and he tries to get it ahead, but too late as Berkeley Dalton tips it away and out of bounds. Lundgren to inbound. Gets it into Hoffman. Riker Hoffman hands to Scott. Scott dribbling back near center court, dribbling to his left. Hands to Lundgren. Lundgren then hands to Weston. Weston puts up a long 2. Good. 8-point game, 32-24. Nice weave offense for the Rebels that led to that. Rebels back into a full court press. Miller gets it across. Finds Johnson wide open from corner. No good. Just his second miss of the game. And they're going to call is that a foul or a jump ball? Jump ball, so it'll remain with Panguitch. Carter Hoffman, good physical play there, getting the jump ball and the rebound. Ball is inbounded to Chappell. They're trying to get it back into
tipped out by
Miller.
Carter Scott right in front of the Panguitch cheerleaders.
If we can just get a run offensively, narrow down this lead. 2:36 to go in the third. 8-point game. Chappell passes to Miller at the top. Miller back over to Johnson. Johnson gets it inside to Miller. Miller kicks it back out to Johnson for 3, no good. Rebounded by Lundgren. Lundgren threads the needle to Weston, and he gets fouled and an and one.
And that's going to be on Verga. That's going to be his 4th.
This crowd's been cheering on all these blocks by Verga, but he couldn't block the 5'7" guard at the hoop, and he gets an and one. And Drake will go to line to shoot 2.
Just one. Dylan
for the and one, correct.
And Jet Holmes into the game for Riker Hoffman and Carter Scott.
A made free throw here would cut it to 5, giving the Rebels some life. Shot is up and good. I love the fearlessness of Drake going to the hole there with a 6'6" giant right behind him. Johnson has it right across half court.
Fouls.
Weston staying right on him. Miller with it. Hoffman playing great defense on Miller. Kicks it back out to Johnson. Johnson, a quick release for 3, no good. And Johnson's going to get a foul there as Drake boxed him out. Got the shoulder. So we've seen 3 straight misses from Johnson so far, and Drake's going to go to line to shoot 2.
That is Johnson's 3rd foul, and that will put the Rebels in the bonus for the last 2 minutes. Coach Cornea giving some counsel to Ridge and Jet Holmes on the sideline.
Huge free throws here. First one up, good. 4-point game. Rebels are right back in this one now. 1:59 to go in the third.
No fouls on the Rebels in this quarter, Bradley.
Weston's second is up and good. 3-point game. Rebels are back to 1 possession now as Dalton passes it over to Johnson. If you're the Rebels, you do need to be careful now. They're going to start looking for fouls since it's a 5-0 count. Miller goes to the hole. No good. Great defense again from Hoffman. Lundgren with the rebound. He had Hoffman for a second there. But Ridge goes 1-on-1. Step back 2. Good!
Timeout by the Bobcats. 1 point ball game with a minute and a half.
32-31 with a minute and a half to go in the third. Rebels have some life now. You see, Rob, Johnson goes a little cold. Hoffman's shutting down Miller, and we're getting going on offense. This is the way that we're going to be able to win this game. But yeah, minute 35 to go here in the third. Lots of basketball left.
That is for sure, but that is the closest the Rebels have been probably since it was 10-11.
Yeah. Wow, because the second quarter was so bad.
And the
first half of the third quarter was rough.
Yeah, the first part of the third quarter wasn't too great either, but Rebels have cut that 10-point lead down to 1.
Do you have a foul count for Panguitch?
I don't.
I'm trying to think of what Miller's got. Johnson's got 3. Miller might have 3.
Berger's got 4, I know that. And so does Chappell's got 4. And the Rebel fans are,
as they should,
showing some more life.
Yep.
Rebels with a full court press still, Bradley.
Holmes did check in at that timeout. Virgo with the ball, he gets it back to Miller. Miller hands to Johnson, then over to Dalton. Dalton inside to Virgo, who hands to Miller again. Miller drives in. Oh, they're going to count it.
That was on the floor. That foul was way early.
So Miller able to score at the basket, going to the line to shoot 1. Second foul on Carter Hoffman. No good on the foul shot, so still 1 possession game. Lundgren with the rebound. He's been big on the boards. Lundgren hands to Weston. Weston pump fakes, goes into the key, hands to Fonsbeck, and Fonsbeck finishes.
Coach
Corney called the foul.
Coach Corney was calling the foul because Fonsbeck got hit on the arm on the shot.
So he thought he was calling timeout. It's good that it gave attention so he could properly address it.
Yes.
So Panguitch up 34-33. Fonsbeck, great finish at the rim over Virga. Dalton with the ball, guarded by Holmes. He gets it ahead to Johnson, being guarded by Weston. Now Miller has it. Riker Hoffman's now defending him up top. Johnson has it on the left wing. Weston doing a great job on him. He's not giving him any breathing room for a shot. 36 seconds on the shot clock, 14 on the shot clock. Miller drives to the hole. Riker with great defense there, but Virga tips it out on the miss. And they got to reset the
shot clock. Shot clock should be off. Yeah, Ridge.
That did touch the rim, didn't it?
Ridge, I think so. The referees are talking about whether or not that touched rim. I will look at the replay real quick, Bradley.
Okay, so they're just going to have so they're saying there's going to be a 0.4 difference there.
Great defense by Riker Hoffman underneath, and Ridge just didn't have the height to get that rebound.
So basically no shot clock now, 25.4 on the clock. They're setting the shot clock to 25. Miller to inbound. It's to inbound. Looking, gets it to Johnson in the corner. Right back to Miller. Miller gets stripped away from Fonsbeck with the ball. Rebels could take the lead. He finds Ridge at the basket. No good. Rebounded by Virga. Just too much momentum there. They get it ahead to Dalton. Dalton picks up his dribble. Gets it back over to Johnson. Very close to going backcourt. Johnson drives. Tries to draw a foul. No good. Rebounded by Fonsbeck. And we're going to go to the fourth. 34-33. A late surge by the Rebels at the end of the third. We're going to go a quick break. When we come back, we've got a fourth quarter of action. 1 point game here. Sounds familiar.
Rebels will start the fourth quarter with the ball, Bradley.
We're back after this.
When was the last time you got to stay at a hotel that had an indoor waterfall and a fish pond? Or a hotel with a swimming pool, a baby pool, and 5 hot tubs? At the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming, you'll get all of this, plus an amazing complimentary breakfast. You can even reserve a suite with a private jacuzzi for 2. The rates are so affordable that every time you're in Casper, you and the whole family can stay without breaking the bank. The best hotel in Casper is the Come On In and Suites. Make your reservations today and come on in.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign.
Rebels start with the ball. Start of the fourth quarter, state championship on the line. Rebels had a great second half to that third quarter.
Yeah, outscored the Bobcats 15-7.
Scott gets it back up to Weston up top. Weston crosses up and hands to Hoffman. Hoffman gives to Scott. Scott finds Fonsbeck. Fonsbeck turns and fires, no good. Fight for the rebound between Hoffman and Chappell, ends up with Panguitch. Miller crosses half court, passes over to Dalton. Dalton dribbles to his right, passes to Johnson up top. Then over to Miller. Miller gets it inside to Chappell. Back outside to Miller. Outside of his reach, but they rehandle it and back to Miller. He hands to Dalton. 10 on the shot clock. He inbounds to Chappell. Chappell right back to Miller. Stolen by Weston. Weston going down. This will give us the lead. No good. Rebound by Hoffman. No good. Gosh. Rebounded by Miller. Panguitch has numbers. Miller feeds Verga. Verga. No good. Rebounded by Fonsbeck. Ridge now on the other end. He's fouled. And they're going to say it was on the ground.
Question is, who is the foul on, Bradley?
I think it was on Dalton.
No, it's going to get to Verga. Oh, yeah, it is Dalton. He's 0.
That's his 4th.
So you've got 3 players on the Bobcats with 4 fouls. That is the first foul in the quarter with 1:17 gone.
Chappell's been on the bench for a while.
2 easy putbacks.
Lundgren off the backside. He was inbounding. He puts it off the back of the defender of the inbounder, gets it, puts it back up, and gives his team a lead. 35-34, 6.5 to go in the fourth.
First lead for the Rebels in the ball game, Bradley.
Put that down as play of the game if we pull this one off. Dalton gets Chappell on the pick and roll. Chappell up and good. That's got to be one of his first points of the ball game.
And then, except for a free throw, that is his first shot from the floor.
Panguitch and Rich exchanging blows, 36-35 now. Scott with the ball, hands to Lundgren. Lundgren thinks about the 3. He goes in, kicks it out. Fonsbeck gets the ball in the baseline, goes up, no good.
Should have went straight up.
Rebounded by Panguitch, going the other way. Dalton with the ball, cuts in, gets it to Miller. They're leaving Miller open for 3. He gets it inside to Chappell. He'll kick it back out to Johnson, then over to Miller. 5:37 to go in the game. Miller goes inside. Good defense by the Rebels. He kicks it out to an open Dalton for 3. Good. Looked good as soon as it left his hand, and Panguitch is going to take a timeout.
First points by Dalton in the ball game. It has to be a 3-pointer, Bradley.
We'll go to a quick break. We're back after this.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We are back. Rebels are down 4 with 5:25 to go. Rob, you were just saying Give us that 3 stat.
Yeah, 7 3-pointers made by the Bobcats, who made only 1 last night, and 2 made by the Rebels so far.
And we've just been such a 3-point strong team this year, so we still have plenty of time to get those threes going. Rebels down 4. Hoffman with the ball up top. Carter Hoffman gets it to Scott. Scott being guarded by Chappell. He drives in, kicks it out to Hoffman. Hoffman drives to the hole, turns, gets it out to Scott. Scott drives baseline, then gets it to Hoffman. Carter Hoffman drives to the hole. He goes up, no good.
Just rimmed out.
Rebounded by Panguitch. Under 5 to go, 4:50, 4-point game, 39-35. They get it underneath the Chappell. He's back into the game now. Gets it outside to Miller. Miller driving in. Great defense there from Hoffman.
Still only 11 seconds on the shot clock, Bradley, as Riker Hoffman.
I think that's the right call.
Yeah, I think so too.
Riker gave it the momentum to go out of bounds. Yep, 11 seconds on the shot clock. Rich does not want to give up a score here. Miller, the inbounder, he gets it up to Johnson. Johnson over to Dalton. Could have been a travel there on Dalton. Johnson has it up top with 3 seconds on the clock. He just chucks one up. Rebounded by Scott. He gets it ahead to Hoffman. Hoffman, he's going to get an offensive foul there, and they're going to call a block. I would have thought that was an offensive foul, but we'll take it right now, as Hoffman's going to go line to shoot 2.
That is his first foul of the ball game, Bradley.
Hoffman's first is up and good.
All Carter's points coming from the free throw line.
Hoffman's second is up and good. Coach Gordon's going to take a timeout. 2-point game here with 4:17 to go in the game. We'll be back after this.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Be wrong.
We are back. Panguitch is going to have the ball, but after Carter Hoffman's free throws, 2 made free throws, Rebels down just 39-37. 4:17 to go in this game.
Each team has 2 timeouts left, Bradley. That could come into play as this thing gets tight. You still got 4:17
and the Rebels are getting into a full court press. Ball inbounded to Johnson. He chucks it ahead to Chappell. Chappell drives all the way into the paint. Gosh dang it, he is fouled. And 1. He's going to go to the line to shoot 1. Easily gets in.
That's how you break a press. Foul's going to go on Riker. That is his 3rd.
So Panguitch is going to turn this into a 4-point lead. Missed foul shot. They get the rebound. They find Johnson for 3. It rims out. Miller gets the rebound, and they're going to say travel. And he was shuffling underneath after the rebound. 4-point game with 4 minutes to go. A lot of 4s right there. I'm hoping that we get some help from number 4 right here if it's meant to be. Lundgren crosses half court, gets the 3, no good. Rebounded by Hoffman. Gets it to Riker Hoffman. Riker to Lundgren. That 3 would have been big.
You wonder how that he has taken that tape off his wrist, Bradley. He has not got anything on that wrist at all.
Which means he must be all right. Lundgren with the ball on the right wing, 17 on the shot clock. Drives to his left. Not able to finish. Rebound by Miller. Miller gets to the other end of the floor. Finds Chappell, who just has a wide open lane. 3:13 to go. And a 6-point game now for Panguitch. We'll be back after this.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We are back. This is a tough game. Panguitch now with a 6-point lead with 3:13 to go. Rebels have to get a run right here.
Yeah, need to score on this possession.
With how slow-paced Panguitch's offense is.
Yeah, they've been very
Rebels
patient.
need to get a score here on the possession and hopefully be able to make something happen again defensively.
Panguitch has shot quite a few times late in the shot clock, and with only 3:13 in the game, that could be a problem.
Weston crosses half court. Gives to Lundgren. Lundgren stops to shoot. There's an open Scott three. Good! Boy, did we need that, Rob. 3-point game, 2:51 to go. Full court presses in. Johnson gets it across half court. Chappell back to Johnson. He's open, but he's going to kick it over to Dalton, and then to Chappell again. Get inside to Miller. Miller back
Great
out to
defense
Chappell.
by Carter.
Yeah, he's been so good. Last 2 nights on guys so big, so much bigger. Johnson gets it over to Chappell. 5 on the shot clock. Chappell drives all the way to the hole. No good. Rebound by Scott. Tipped away, but into the hands of Hoffman. He gets it ahead to Weston. Weston had an open 3. He gets it to Scott. God, just rims out. This place would have gone crazy. 2 minutes to go in the game. 2 minutes left of this season. State championship on the line. Rebels down 3 with 2 to go. Miller passes it over to Dalton. They're just going to take the air out of the ball. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Miller with the ball, being guarded by Hoffman. He's done such a great job tonight. Miller turns, fires good.
Timeout by the Bobcats. Carter went for the steal and left Miller wide open.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
(45-40) here with 1:44 to go. The Rebel boys have just been so good this week.
This one has been a hard-fought battle, especially trying to overcome that challenge with the rebounds, Bradley. And then you saw another one right there, an offensive board.
Rebels trying to overcome having to lay a teammate to rest a week ago today. And obviously Daniel would have had a huge hand in this game as the rebounding has been where it's been so tough. But these boys know how to dig deep. Can't say enough about them.
Yeah, they showed a lot of character last night and again tonight, Bradley, in this tight one. Looks like the Bobcats are going to pressure the inbounds pass just a little bit. Yeah, just a token.
So Weston with the ball, 1:39 to go in the game. Rebels down 5, need to get a score on this possession. Weston gets it into Hoffman. Hoffman gets it back out to Carter Hoffman. Hands to Scott. Scott tries to get a step back 3. He's going to have to hand it off to Hoffman. Over to Weston. Weston has it on the right wing. Weston drives. Almost stolen from behind, and it's stolen.
First turnover of the second half, Bradley, for the Rebels.
Dalton has it. He passes to Chappell. Then Miller has it up top.
The Rebels have only got one foul that they have committed, so if they're going to have to send somebody to the free throw line, it's going to have to be pretty quick. Yep.
Then to the other, Chappell, who finds Johnson in the corner for three, and that's good. And that may be the dagger. He's had a heck of a game. Lundgren for three on the other end. No good. Gets it into Miller for the rebound. 41 seconds to go. Panguitch up 8. Miller has it. He gets it over to Dalton. Dalton, they'll finish at the rim. 10-point game, 27 seconds. Scott for a long three. No good.
I think that was the dagger, Bradley.
Timeout. Panguitch will be back after this.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Rob, this is a tough one to swallow. 21 seconds to go. Rebels down 10, 50-40 to Panguitch. Probably not a team I would want to see win less than Panguitch. But they are looking to get their whatever straight championship.
Rich would love to see him on the football field, Bradley.
We will next year. We will go to Panguitch mid-season next year in September. Weston gets the foul on Johnson.
And only the third foul on the Rebels, so trying to foul to send them to the free throw line is not really much of an option.
Going to take a minute. Miller gets the inbound. Rebels aren't going to foul. 10 seconds to go.
Miller with 15 rebounds in the ball game, Bradley.
We'll go to a break after this, our post-game show. Thanks for tuning in.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger.
We are back, our final post-game show. Thanks for tuning in. Rebels lose by 10 in the state championship game. Tell you what, these boys honored Daniel very well this weekend. That win against Tabiano will never be forgotten. Of course, these boys wanted to get a victory, but
you can only have so much in the tank.
Yep.
The Rebels had the lead 35-34 with 6.5 minutes to go in the game, Bradley, and only were able to put up 5 more points at that point. 16-5 run by the Bobcats to finish it off.
So, thank you for everyone for tuning in. We're going to give everyone the player of the game, just like we did in the girls' game. Precision play of the game, it's got to be when we took that lead, 30 there in the third quarter. Fourth quarter. Rebels just had such a great surge there. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all our sponsors, Independent Software Solutions post-game show. calendar update. I guess next fall we'll be talking football and volleyball, but can't say enough about these boys. Had hardship that no team should ever have to go through. Losing a teammate on the 14th, and we missed Daniel, missed him surely tonight. Hope the Rebels have a lot of pride taking second place at this tournament, beating Tabiona last night in triple overtime. And thank you for tuning in. Rob, any last words?
Nope, I'm just hearts out to this team. They gave everything they have. They should be proud for what they did.
We sure are proud of them. Thank you for tuning in all season